It's June 26, 2024, and I'm just got the urge to do this, and I'm gonna tap into my impulse and talk about my sarcoma journey. All right. At the end of 2020, I woke up with a little lump in my arm. I did not know what it was. I thought I probably hurt my arm, because a couple days prior I was working out with a brick. Mind you, this is during the pandemic times, and I was living in Puerto Rico. I remember when I was lifting a brick, I felt something like just a pull or something. And I'm like, oh shit! And then I just stopped working out because the brick was heavy, and I put it down. And I went to sleep, and I woke up that morning with a lump in my arm. And I remember when I woke up, I couldn't even do this. Like, I couldn't even touch my arm on my shoulders. But whatever. I was living with roommates in Puerto Rico, and they told me to get a check. I should speak to somebody, and I didn't listen at first. To speak to like a family doctor, I didn't listen. That was in Puerto Rico. So I came to New York in December of 2020, and so I went to see a doctor, and I was misdiagnosed. They said I have bicep tendonitis, that I should take physical therapy, and I was going to physical therapy there. The person, the therapist, physical therapist, told me like, yo, if something is wrong there, you should get a second opinion. There, I went to get a second opinion, and there was months till I get a review, and I'm telling him like, yo, I'm gonna see my own doctor. Just print me these CDs, and I could give it to him, and that's how exactly they figure it out. How they found out that it was something. I'm like, hey doc, he saw my arm. March of 2021, and he's like, whoa, this is massive. He saw my arm just by looking at it, like, yo, something is wrong here. It was about this time, it was like a softball, like a baseball, like a female softball, and it was big, just pretty much up to like here ish. I could show you pictures in the future, but I'm just gonna post this. It's just like there when they did what you call that, when they do a testing, they cut and they take I forgot what it's called, it's not coming to me, but you already know. It's swelled up, like the thing is swelled up. But I think days after I started radiation, and they probably put the port first. They have the port. And so I started radiation chemo. I did about maybe, I don't remember, like 8 sessions of chemo, and I don't remember how many. It was off, but thank God I had a loving family. I had people praying for me, and they were there for me, and I'm very grateful for that. My sleeping was horrible. There was 1 week where I didn't sleep like 7 days. Truthfully, not even. I couldn't pass out, and I'm telling the doctor, can you please give me some sleeping pills? They're like, oh, you eventually will pass out. And I'm like, really? But whatever. To the point I'm like, yo doc, I just stop the chemo, stop the radiation, and go in and cut the tumor. So they did that. I was supposed to be I guess, do the thing, cut the tumor, but I ended up being in the hospital for 3 more months after that, because they had to do a skin graft where they took skin from my abdominal and they kind of like had this skin from here wrapped here, and I was like this for 3 months in a hospital bed with this open, with all this, so it was maintaining it. Then they had to take this is skin from my left leg, and they put it on my arm. It was a crazy procedure for like a couple of days. They had like a vacuum on my arm, and yeah, I had no idea what was going on, man. This is, and then whatever, they took that out. I see that it's kind of whole. The doctors are taking care of that and whatever. But yeah, that's the story. Then they put me in a nursing home because I still had open wounds, and that was another crazy story. Wow, story. I couldn't do it much. I'm like, after a month there, I'm like, just please get me out of here. And I just been healing since, trying to get back into the real world. But I don't want to take more time. If anybody has more questions, please ask. I'm just putting this out there just to put out there. Maybe this resonates or could help somebody. Do not ignore lumps, please.